Hello, my name is Evan Quinn. I am a virtual high school student, and this is a day in my schooling life.
What time do you start your day, Evan?
I start my day at 8:30 usually when I get up,
And then when do you get down to your schoolwork?
around 10.
And why is it that it takes you from 8:30 to 10 to get to your schoolwork?
Well, first of all, I'm not a morning person.
So is it helpful to be a virtual school student if you're not a morning person?
Yes, it is.
Is your schedule more flexible, or are your work hours more flexible?
It's my working hours that are more flexible because I still have deadlines.
Okay. And what do you do when you come downstairs to work?
Well, I start by looking at my schedule board.
And what do you notice about your schedule board? What do you focus on?
I focus on the day
Okay.
and the different subjects.
Okay. And how are you going to start today?
I'm going to start today with history
Why are you going to start with history?
because it's a hard subject for me.
Okay.
So,
So how would you start your day?
well, I would go to the K-12 homepage.
Okay.
I would then click on the login button, which takes me to the login page, where I enter my username and the password, which takes me to my schooling homepage.
Okay. And what are you going to
I'm
look
going-
for?
I'm going to check my K-mail first. It's not red, so I know I don't have any new K-mails, so I don't have to check on that right now.
Okay.
I check on that throughout the day as I'm transitioning from subject to subject.
And you're going to history.
Right, so I'll click on the history link, world history link. Then I will access my course.
And you know you're going to 8.2.
Right. Before going to 8.2, I look over the announcements. There aren't any new announcements. They have all been opened and looked through by me. So I'm going to go to the checklist, the course checklist, and click on the link, which will open the checklist in the course. And then there are all these checked off boxes, which are assignments that I've already done.
Okay.
And then here's 8.2. It's not checked off, so I haven't done it ahead of time.
So you click it.
So I click on the link, which will take me to the first page, and I'll look through the summary information of what it's going to talk about.
And you're going to study.
It's going to be studying Britain's empire.
Okay. So,
And then I'll click on the study sheet link, which will bring up the sheets that allow me to take notes on the specific things that it will be focusing on.
okay. And say you're done with your study sheets, then what?
Then I would take the quiz
Okay.
for history.
Okay. And after you're done with your quiz, what do you do?
I go to my next subject.
Okay. Would you mark off your history on your board? How would you do that?
Yes, I would, because while I'm looking over at the board to determine my next subject, I would cross it off,
Okay.
because I've already done it.
Okay. And you've decided which subject to do in, right?
Right.
What do you know? I noticed that there are some red marks on the board. What are those?
For history, that is office hours that my teacher posts out that we can visit if we want to, and they have an extra credit question.
Okay. What are the other marks?
In
Is it red?
geometry, there is a time on Wednesday and a time on Friday where I can have one-on-one conferences with my teacher.
And she helps you during those times?
Yes, she helps me through the lessons if I get stuck. And
And you can contact her other times.
yes, I can. She also helps me with things that I'm not confident with, like the different equations and such.
Okay. I see Spanish has two red areas.
Yes, it does. Those are my Spanish tutors that I have. I have one that's usually on Monday, but I have that tutor on Tuesday this week,
Mm-hmm.
so I have put a little arrow there. And I have one on Friday.
Okay. I see PE is up on the board. How in the world can a virtual student do PE?
Well, it's not that difficult. I just go for a walk for a half an hour because I have to do a half an hour of work in PE.
What other things do you do for PE?
Sometimes I go on a bike ride if it's warm enough.
Okay. And what else?
I can go swimming at the local center, and I've gone bowling a couple times with my friends.
Okay.
It's a fun PE.
All right. What other? How do you socialize as a virtual school student?
Well, there are Illuminate sessions, and you can talk to the other students, and there's a text box where you can type things
Mm-hmm.
to the other students. There's also a drawing board where you can draw things.
Okay, so you have Illuminate sessions, which are video conferencing software.
Yeah.
How else do you communicate with other classmates?
For my computer literacy course, we have a team of students, different teams of students, that work through the materials as a team
Okay.
and not by themselves.
Do you have other outside social events?
Yes, I do. Every Wednesday, I have a group with some of my friends where we all get together and play board games and stuff.
Okay, and being a virtual school student, how does that impact your social life?
Well, it lets me go to different groups and different activities at times when a normal
Traditional school?
school. Yes, thank you. That's a good word. Traditional school student wouldn't be able to go because they were attending school.
Okay. Can you tell me? How your mother helps you? What's her role?
My mom is like a personal coach. She's with me every day, making sure that I'm on subject and helps me if I get stuck. And if my mom can't help me, then I can contact my teacher.
Okay. And how do you communicate with your teachers?
Also through Illuminate, or I can do, there's a teacher contact information link at the homepage,
Mm-hmm.
left-hand side of the homepage, and I can click on that link and it will give me their phone number,
Okay.
or I can just send them a K-mail.
Okay. How many hours a day do you think that you work as a virtual high school student?
I would say about 8 hours a day,
Ev-
more or
every-
less depending on what material I have to work through.
Is it easier to be a virtual school student or a traditional school student?
They're completely equal. We have the same schoolwork to do. We have the same materials to go through. We're just not really at the school.
Is it easier?
No.
No. What things do you do that a traditional school student might not have as much experience with? What about time management?
Yeah, I have to learn time management.
Okay. Because no one tells you to be at this desk at 8:05.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I have to actually get down here and do the stuff.
Okay. And what would you like to say to the legislators?
I would like them to support virtual schools.
Why?
Because there might be some kids, other than myself, that don't have the opportunity to go to a traditional school because of where they live or a medical condition.
Okay. Thanks.